Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So we have a few things to talk about as a video has resurfaced with AD being warned by several reporters that he may be traded in the coming weeks. Now, Austin Rivers gives his breakdown, and we have the conversation, or a piece of the conversation between Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka that took place. And so we're going to start there. So Harrison told the news that he and Pelinka began having basketball conversations more than a month ago. Then all of a sudden, we're like, would you ever do this? And, Pelinka's like, nah, you're joking, right? Interested. Maybe I would. And then Harrison said, and then it just built over time over the last 3 weeks. So we had LeBron come out and kind of say he had nothing to do with it, but we also got a report from Chris Haynes saying that LeBron is staying put past the February 6th trade deadline, which kind of kills the rumors that he would be going to Golden State to play with Steph Curry. Because they talked about playing together again, and the Olympics in 2028 wouldn't make sense because you wouldn't believe LeBron would still be playing. We got AD, we got this video coming back up where AD was kind of weirded out by a question that was insinuating he could get traded. Let's check it out.
Does it make you think about what you're accomplishing here, or maybe what you could accomplish with what's left of your Laker tenure?
I said that like I'm about to.
No, I mean,
Check your phone.
I'm at a loss for words. I heard this news last night. My first reaction is this is BS, completely fake. No way would they trade Luka, especially considering his age. And just in terms of fit, it doesn't really make sense for both parties. But I understand why the Lakers would just do it. Hearing the news that they didn't even reach out and that Dallas just reached out to them saying they would do the trade. Obviously, Rob Pelinka is just going to be like, yeah. Even if the trade doesn't even make sense, you take a guy like Luka. You want to know why? He's a top 5 player in the NBA. And I think I'm not doing him I don't know if I'm doing him a service by even putting him to 5. 4 players better than Luka. It's hard for me to even say that. Giannis, this year you'd put Shea, and obviously Nicole is the best player on the planet. That's it. That's the company Luka's in. This is a guy who's first team All-NBA every year. First team All-NBA every year. All right? This is a guy who's in the beginning stages of his prime, whereas Anthony Davis, as great as a player he is in year 13. I came in with Anthony Davis. We were drafted together here in New Orleans. Great player, top 75 player, Hall of Famer. You book it, all of it. But where Anthony Davis is at in his career right now, he's about to be 32 in his 13th year. He's already a top 75 player of all time because he's already put a good resume together. Why has he put a good resume together? Because he's a great player and because he's played a while. He's played 13 years. Luka has his best years ahead of him. So just from a standpoint of age, it don't make sense. All right, let's get that out the way. I don't mean to be disrespectful with this because, again, I love Anthony Davis. This guy's a big-time talent, unbelievable player in person. But even when Anthony Davis was at his best, I don't know if it's better than what Luka is right now. Just being honest. Trading Luka is this. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And what's even worse is how it happened. You don't trade a guy like Luka without opening up the markets. You announce to everybody you're going to move him. Because then you're going to get every single team chomping at the bit, giving their best offer. Rudy Gobert was traded for 4 first-round picks. They got 1 first-round pick for Luka and an Anthony Davis who's about to be 32 years old in year 13. This is beyond blasphemous. This is unbelievable. And I don't mean that as a compliment. Dallas, what the hell are you doing? Good God. This is remarkable. Remarkable. This is going to set the Dallas Mavericks back years. I don't give a damn how good of a year they have this year with Anthony Davis. I'm talking about for the next 6 or 7 years. What the hell are they going to do? You just traded away Luka. It would be like the Celtics trading Jason Tatum. It just doesn't happen. It'd be like OKC trading Shea. The Bucks trading Giannis. The Nuggets trading Nikola. Why am I naming these names? That's the cloth Luka's in. He's a top-tier player in the NBA. Has been pretty much since he's got there. And then Nico comes out and says defense wins championships. Bro, y'all went to the finals last year. You went to the finals last year. This guy's also carried that team to a conference finals a couple years prior. This is insane.
So it's a few more nuggets from this deal that people need to know. Okay, so after Luka just got traded, he is now ineligible for the $345 million supermax contract he would have been eligible for if he would have stayed with the Mavs. Now, one of the things that helped facilitate this deal is the Lakers weren't going to extend Anthony Davis next summer. And so they're already looking ahead. The Mavs didn't want to give up $350 million to Luka, which is the supermax that I was talking about, right? With all the incentives, if he would have hit his markers at 345, go up to 350. They didn't want to pay that just because he hasn't shown that he would be healthy for the duration of a season. They really like where they are with Kyrie Irving right now. Even though, they're older than Luka, they don't know how many prime years Luka has. And there's a lot of things surrounded by Luka. If you look at the type of players he has to play with, PJ Washington, a guy who doesn't mind getting his touches over there in the corner, playing off of Luka. You had like Josh Green and those guys. What's my man, the real athletic lefty that they had guarding Anthony Edwards last year. His name escapes me right now, but you know what I'm talking about. And guys like Lively, Lob guys, different players like that who didn't mind not getting touches, but everybody around him was defensive minded. In some ways, they kind of built the team for this era, kind of like they had the same approach as Philly as far as surrounding the talent around Allen Iverson. Very defensive minded players. But Iverson tried. He got his steals. He tried on defense. Luka doesn't even try. And so they were looking at that, complaining to the officials, and they didn't feel like going forward that Luka was going to be worth the maximum money to try to build a roster around him going forward. And they like pairing AD with Kyrie. Now, AD has had his injuries, too, so we can't just overlook that. But AD has expressed that he would love to play the 4 position instead of the 5 position, as much as they having him playing the 5. And so when you look at that, right, AD gets to play exclusively mostly at 4. Unless there's an injury to Gafford or Lively, AD will be back where he wants to be. And he expressed his displeasure with playing extensively in that role with the Lakers. So I think Dallas, I have to disagree with Austin Rivers. I think Dallas is probably a better team. You know what I'm saying? At this point, the Lakers have some things to figure out, but I think the Lakers looked at it as, LeBron getting older, who will be the face of the franchise? Because we're not going to get it through draft. We've handicapped ourselves going forward with the NBA draft. We have handicapped ourselves as far as what we're able to get, as far as NBA draft picks, especially one that could potentially be the future of our franchise. We don't have that. However, we do have some current pieces right now. We ain't about to win the championship. We can go ahead and grab a younger player in Luka. We're going to have to trust that he can get his body in shape. And, a global star like him, we're going to bring him in. And now with LeBron not leaving, yeah, he say he ain't had nothing to do with AD, but now when you come out and say that this don't change you one way or the other, and you all in with the Lakers going forward, that kind of says something, that you're not totally against it. And so we will see how this works out. Will Luka try on defense? they're desperately searching for an athletic center now, is what's being said. I don't know what's out there for them to go and get per se, but they're looking for some athletic pieces and trying to build a team defensively. They probably should look at the Dallas Mavericks model. I think people like Dalton connect, and some of those people can play with Luka, but Luka's going to have the ball a lot. And also, you look at LeBron and Luka, both point forwards. I would assume LeBron is going to come off the ball a little more, allow Luka to do his thing. But I don't know, man. Luka's not cutting. He's not moving without the ball or different things like that. So I just don't know how this is going to work. But LeBron will cut. LeBron will move a little bit. So even though he's 40 years of age, we're going to see how this pairing works. But I think the Mavs, they put themselves in a good position, if I'm going to be honest with you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.